今天的投资聊一下，要跟你聊聊台湾的 AI 新创跟日本的科技巨头富士通进行了合作 ，AI 能够成为下一个护国神山吗？而且富士通还跟辉达强强联手，这个背后到底藏着什么战略意义呢 ？AI 的未来是不是要抛开大语言模型，改用以小博大的新思维，才是真正的王道？Hello， 大家好，我是吴彩妮。AI 涌动其实现在投资圈最热的话题了。那你手上现在也有 AI 的相关股票吗？今天我们是特别邀请到了富士通的副总暨技术战略部副部长 Surya Josyula 来跟我们聊聊 AI 的最新趋势，要怎么样透过合作把 AI 做得更强呢 ？Hello, Mr. Josyula, welcome to our show.
No, thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
So in this global AI wave, Taiwan not only has the top semiconductor manufacturing capabilities, but also we incubate many AI companies. So from Fujitsu's global perspective, what do you think about Taiwanese AI companies' advantages?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that question. I think one of the few things that Taiwan has going for it is incredible agility and data engineering resources. The skills, the talent that are there in Taiwan are pretty unique. Couple that with the semiconductor infrastructure that Taiwan has. So combining all three, Taiwan really stands out in the world in terms of AI capabilities. For example, we have a partnership with a company called MoBagel. It is a Taiwanese-based startup. And we've been doing some great things with them in the AI landscape. So Taiwan has many advantages.
You collaborate with MoBagel, and what benefits you get from this collaboration?
Yeah, so with MoBagel, we have collaborations on several of our what we call Kozuchi AI technologies, especially things like auto machine learning and also wide learning, which is another AI technology. So working with MoBagel, we're able to address customer problems and create new solution offerings very quickly. For example, we are partnering with MoBagel, and we have a customer, Deloitte, in Taiwan. And Deloitte was able to use our joint solution between Fujitsu and MoBagel to significantly reduce the risk management of the financial services portfolio. So from 80%, they were able to go all the way up to 99% in terms of accuracy of the audit reports that they do. And they saved almost $66 million in doing that. Another company is a very large beauty company, which I cannot name the customer, but sure. Their pain point was they were spending millions of dollars in social media campaigns, and they were trying to get full marketing value out of these campaigns. So by combining several of our technologies and working with Taiwanese startups, we were able to increase the effectiveness of their marketing programs and campaigns. So this is just showing how AI is hitting multiple industries, whether it's financial services, risk management, retail, or manufacturing. So this combination of working with agile startups based in Taiwan and a large enterprise like Fujitsu is really showing rewards and results for our customers.
Mm-hmm. For this kind of collaboration, it also helps your portfolio more diverse, right?
Yeah, so Fujitsu has a very broad portfolio of technologies called the Kozuchi AI technologies. So within Kozuchi, we have almost 80 different engines within Kozuchi. And by what the partnership with the startup allows us to do is fill these gaps that we have within our own portfolio. So startups are able to bring unique value and differentiation to our existing portfolio. So when we are going to sort of go to a customer and the customer has a specific pain point, so by collaborating with a startup, we can really address the end-to-end solution that the customer actually requires. Mm-hmm. So filling those gaps, with agile startups like MoBagel is actually very valuable to us. Yeah.
So you also receive positive feedbacks from your customer because of these collaborations?
Yes, absolutely. So we have a lot of customer use cases. I can give you couple more examples if you want me to.
Sure.
For example, in the manufacturing use case, we are currently working with a very large company in Europe. And what their pain point is essentially they have 5,500 field agents. And so these agents go out into the field and try to repair mostly air conditioning equipment. And so by combining our AI technologies and we are helping them sort of create a real-time agent. So it uses a technology called knowledge graph-based RAG, retrieval augmented generation technology. And this technology helps those field agents process multimodal data, that is data that's visual, text, PDF, and they get real-time feedback. And so this is one more example of how, working with our customers, addressing their pain points and bringing Fujitsu AI capabilities is helping our customers.
After this partnership, collaborating with Taiwanese AI startups, do you have any specific advice for them in order to keep them to stay ahead in this AI wave?
Yeah, I think the one advice I would have is to be very differentiated, right? Because the AI landscape is very saturated. There are many companies, many solutions. So it's very important to have your own unique value proposition and go after a particular pain point that nobody else is solving. And then for the other ones, collaborate with companies like Fujitsu, large enterprise companies that have end-to-end offerings. So I think picking the right problem to solve, going after it with their expertise, with Taiwan's vast infrastructure in the semiconductor space, for example, or in the data engineering, the compute resources, the technical capabilities that Taiwan has. So that would be my advice. Pick your battle, pick your pain point that you're going after, and collaborate, co-create with enterprise companies.
So early comer advantage is also very important.
Yes, absolutely. Within the AI space, I think the early definitely there's an advantage, especially now. So you need to really pick the right problem to go after within the AI landscape, and then collaborate and co-create, wherever appropriate.
Mobego helps to improve the efficiency of Kozuchi platform. Would you please tell us a little bit more about Kozuchi? How does this platform help with your customers?
So Kozuchi essentially is Fujitsu's end-to-end AI platform. It consists of about 80 different AI engines inside of it. For example, we have an AI engine for graph artificial intelligence. There's another one for causal discovery that is also very useful. We have engines for vision artificial intelligence, for example. So in terms of how we apply Kozuchi to customer pain points, let me give you a couple of examples. The first is we are working with a company called GeneQuest. It is a very large gene testing company in Japan, and we are helping them with our causal discovery AI technology. So the way it works is, people have inherent genes within their body. So how do you sort of map the genes to their physical habits? So whether it's where they live, their obesity levels, their stress levels, their environment in which they sort of work. And so by creating these relationships between genes and other factors, we're able to come up with remedial factors to help them in their daily lives. The right therapy, for example, if they fall sick, and give them proactive advice. So this causal AI technology is key in enabling that. Another example is we are working with a very large Japanese labor company. So in the labor world, as you know, they recommend contractors, people for hiring. And it's very important to be compliant with local laws and regulations. So you want to make sure that when you're hiring someone, there's no bias, right? You're making sure that the right person is being hired for the right job, without race or ethnicity being an issue. So Fujitsu over the last 6 years has developed many what we call AI ethics technologies. So this can be impact assessment of AI, compliance with the regulations like the EU AI Act, for example. So by using all these ethics technologies, we're able to help this particular company ensure that when they hire or when they recommend somebody for hiring, they're compliant with all the laws and it's being very fair, done in a very fair manner. So just a couple of examples of how Kozuchi is helping our customers with real-world problems.
For ethical problems is very important, critical in these companies, especially in recent years.
Absolutely, yeah. With AI coming on, being ethical and compliant with regulations is actually very critical, and we are able to help our customers with that. Yeah.
I got it. And Fujitsu also had a big project with NVIDIA to build a full-stack AI infrastructure. So how does this collaboration help Fujitsu's own AI platform?
Yes, we are actually very excited about our collaboration with NVIDIA. It's an end-to-end partnership that spans multiple technical areas. In the AI space, we are really excited about integrating Kozuchi with NVIDIA's AI infrastructure. NVIDIA is very strong in the AI space, like technologies, for example, like Dynamo and Triton. We're going to be integrating many of our engines into the NVIDIA infrastructure that enables our solutions to get scalability, performance, speed up, by being very tight with the underlying infrastructure, the hardware infrastructure, and also helps us in the go-to-market space because NVIDIA has a very strong footprint in the AI space, as you know. And so we have already started a lot of that work. We're also working on integrating another technology called the AI computing broker, which helps speed up performance of AI applications with NVIDIA. One thing I want to mention about NVIDIA is the partnership is very broad. So AI is very important, but we are also collaborating with them on quantum computing, on our next generation Monica chip, which is going to be coming out in about 18 months. And we are working with NVIDIA on what we call Fugaku Next, which is the next supercomputer coming out of Japan. It's a national project from Japan. Okay. And NVIDIA is going to be a very close partner working with Fujitsu there. So partnership with NVIDIA is broad. It covers AI, quantum computing, and microprocessors. So we're very excited about that.
NVIDIA definitely the biggest player in AI industry, but there are also a lot of new technology emerging. So which part you think that investors should pay more attention on?
Yes, that's a very good question. I think we are seeing a lot of interest right now in agentic AI technologies. These agentic AI technologies are helping our customers sort of address new markets and new spaces. So I think that's a very important and hot topic right now is in agentic AI space. The other area we are seeing a lot of traction is in small and very customized language models. So people are migrating from LLMs, the large language models, to what we call SLMs, small language models, and building SLMs very customized to a particular problem, whether it's in financial services or manufacturing or healthcare. So these small models are crucial because you can get away with lesser compute, lesser infrastructure. So you don't need, the thousands and tens of thousands of GPUs. You can potentially run it in a much smaller, infrastructure and also solve a very particular problem. So I think LLMs and agentic AI is the current hot topic area that we are seeing a lot of interest in.
When talking about SLM, which is really critical, you said, any help that customer can get from your company?
Yes, absolutely. So we have a very active practice, systems integration practice. So we actually help our customers fine-tune their models. So it is, again, the hot topic in this whole LLM space is how do you fine-tune whatever large language model is coming out, let's say from a company like Cohere that we have a partnership with. So that last mile tuning is actually very important, and that's a very unique skill set. And Fujitsu has been focusing a lot in that topic area as well. So that's a good question. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. So looking ahead, what do you think about the next wave of AI industry? So how will individuals and organizations will involve in the job market in the future?
Yeah, so there's a lot of happenings in the AI space. So one area we are seeing a lot of interest is in sovereign AI. So sovereign AI is when a country controls all the data and all the AI models that have been used within that country to develop new systems and new architectures. And that concept of sovereign AI is also now extending into the enterprise. So especially in financial services, healthcare, where data governance and data protection and privacy is very important. So this concept of sovereign AI is really catching on. And we are seeing a lot of interest, especially from large banks who want to build sovereign AI systems. So I think, so the trend in the future will be in that area. The other is in interactions between humans and robots or humanoids, right? So how do you manage that space? How do you make sure that the interaction is positive and the environment, the ambient area around the human and the robot? So there's a lot of interest in we're seeing a lot of future research potential in that space as well. So in terms of skill sets of people, I think specialization is important. You need to have intelligence in a particular topic. So there's a thing called the T-shape. I don't know if you've heard about it, where you have depth in one area and breadth in the others, in all others. I think the depth is what is going to be critical moving forward. So when you're looking at getting a new degree or when picking up educational skills, I would encourage students and practitioners to focus on expertise and intelligence in a particular domain, because everything else that can be automated will be automated. So you need to have something unique, something differentiated that nobody else can do. that is the skill that people will be looking for in the future. So my advice to up and coming new researchers and new students is to be specialized, be intelligent in a particular domain. I think that's where you'll get the most traction.
So specialization will be really critical in the future. So any specific field you think that is going to boom in the future?
I think robotics is going to be very critical, and Fujitsu has a huge research program now. Another one we are looking at is space research. There's lots happening in space, right? We get all this data from satellites all over the world. How can we use that data to help, let's say, farmers in Africa or Asia improve their yields in their crops, better weather predictions? So I think you'll see a lot of very new applications and innovative areas where AI can really make a difference.
Oh, so although there's many concerns in the market, but you're still optimistic for this industry, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Fujitsu 100% behind AI, and we think that's the future. And we are putting a lot of resources helping our customers cross that bridge. So yes, we are very much committed to the AI landscape.
Thank you very much for sharing your perspective with us, and we would love to welcome you again to share more exciting news. 那今天是非常谢谢 Mr. Josyula 来上我们节目。那大家如果想要了解更多的 AI 相关话题，也请锁定未来财经投资聊一下，按赞订阅，开启小铃铛。我们下次再会喽，拜拜。